What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. God bless. I appreciate you all. So we got a little topic today about racism. It's a new term going around, black fatigue, um, and I just want to talk about really what separates a dickhead from racism, because I believe that you can be a dickhead and not be racist, right? Everything that a different race does towards me is not racism. I can't say that if a black guy and a white guy do the same exact thing to me, one is racist and one is a dickhead. They could both be dickheads, they could both be racist. Also, one could be racist and one could be a dickhead, but then it can't be the same thing, could it? I don't know, for instance, like, and I be thinking about it because I don't understand how one could be racist and one could not. Hmm. Maybe. Hmm. Is it? I don't know. If I get jumped by a group of black guys and I get jumped by a group of white guys, the act in and of itself wouldn't be racist, but their motivations would. Could possibly be, not would, but could possibly be like, the white people could be doing it strictly because I'm a black guy. But the black guys could be doing it because they want something from me, my money, or, I felt that they felt I did something wrong, whatever the case is. But I don't think it changed my point that they can't both do the same thing. Like, obviously, if you want to get into motivations, which we can't know, but to jump out the window and then say that one doing is racist, one doing it is just being a dickhead. I just don't believe in it. You know. Um, but again, I don't push it past people, and I'm bringing this up because of this little interview right here, and it's about 5 minutes. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I know what it is. So there was a lady who called a 5-year-old black kid a nigga. I think it was in Minnesota or some shit like that. But obviously she was getting backlash from the black community, and there's a lot of white people that was sending her money basically. And the shit is fucked up because I don't. Here's the whole thing, right? So I don't believe that she should have called the kid a nigga. It don't matter what the kid did. She shouldn't have called the kid a nigga. But also, would it have been better if she said, "Oh, you fucking bastard"? Like, if you like, I'm trying to see like what would have been better for her to say, because if it's simply the fact that the term, like her saying that is to be racist, is it better that she was a bitch? Is it better that she was just that she was a bitch? Would that truly have just been better? Because you can have dickheads, you can have bitches, but then you got racists. Like, so which one is better? And let's be 100% honest, everybody is racist to some extent. This is why stereotypes exist and prejudices and things of that nature. But obviously, some people are worse than others. Um, I don't know. Like, I believe in freedom of speech. I also believe in the fact that you're not free from consequences. Now, what I've seen happening is that these these white people that back her, that I don't know, it's kind of a mixed bag for me, because when a lot of people are saying racist shit, and that's problematic, right? Because what happens is you grow the divide between people as opposed to eliminating the divide. And I'm all for eliminating divides. We should be one people. It don't matter the skin color. Like we should be one people. And I know that's it's fairy tale, right? Like, but I like to believe that the world is a better place if we could get there. And so I don't think that saying racist things and doing racist things is a positive for the country. But I also understand that a lot of the um, stereotypes about black people they bought on themselves, right? So the lady said, "Oh, I'll call him a nigga if he acting like a nigga." What does that mean exactly? That means the shit that she see and hear in the news is informing her decision to call the 5-year-old a nigger. And the shit that she see and hear in the news is nigga shit, right? Look at the black places in America. Like they're disgusting for the most part. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so and I'm not young. So I grew up in an era where it was drugs everywhere, right? And not to say it's not now, but it is a lot different now than it was before when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like every day walking to school, we walked by a crack house. Like, and it was not no run of the mill crack house. They were making millions in it. But this is just what you would see, right? So I get it, right? The shit that's portrayed in the media, the news, and you know, obviously movies and shit is in TV. Just the culture of black people, the shit that they promote is trash. The shit is trash. The gangs, the drugs, the hoes, the sluts. You know the thoughts and all this. This shit is trash. I don't like nothing about it. I don't and people say, oh well, the music and yeah, to an extent, right? So the shit that people listen to, if you're not strong up here, you will let that influence the way you behave in real life, right? So I don't believe that parents should allow their kids to listen to just any music, watch any shows, but they do, right? The shit that we big up in our community is shit like Power. Not saying me, obviously, but just in general, like people love Power, which is illegal shit. BMF, illegal shit. The Shy, illegal shit. Like let's just think of the shows that the black community like, the drama shit with the uh all the ratchet bitches. Love and hip hop shits. I think it's called Love and Hip Hop, or y'all know what I'm talking about. And hopefully, hopefully, like people realize that what I was saying in the beginning. Like these people, like white people or anybody really of a different background. And I hate saying race, but background is like okay, um, they're bugging the fuck out, and I get it, right? Like I said, I grew up where people were bugging the fuck out. So if that's what they see in the news and on TV, and they don't know firsthand, because obviously not everyone is like that, and I think that most aren't like that, to be honest, right? Most black people they not in that shit. But when the loudest voices of us are the degenerate shit, then that's just what people are gonna like. That's what people are gonna big up. I mean, look to us to be. And what I don't like is that that's what we promote, right? White people don't promote hillbilly shit. They don't promote that hillbilly shit. Hispanic people don't promote the degenerate cartel shit. Any of that. Like, and I know not all Hispanics got cartels, but I'm just saying like they don't promote the degeneracy. Whereas black people they do. And I never understood it. And don't get me wrong, right? So when it comes to like music, I understand telling a story because that's what I think that you do with music. You tell a story, like you tell your story, your experiences and things of that nature. But why is it that everything is a struggle? Everything isn't a struggle. Have I struggled in my life? Absolutely. Am I struggling now? No. But that's because I worked. I worked. I don't. I've been down low. Like I've been down bad. I've been down bad. Felonies, all this shit. Like, listen, I've been down bad, and that never stopped me. That never stopped me. Yeah, I was down bad. I had to struggle. I had to scrimp, grind, all this. But that shit ain't stopped me. But that's because I have a different mindset than most people. I'm not gonna look to do negative shit to try to make my life better. And if you feel that's what you gotta do, cool. But what's your end game? Because ultimately, when you're in there too long, there's no coming out of it. You can't get out of that. Ask Ghost. Whatever. Yeah, but yeah, let's just watch this. Damn, this is gonna be a long video, but whatever. Let's just watch this because the lady that's on the screen right now, she is clear. Like she says that she's just a racist. Like it is what it is. And like I said, everybody's racist to an extent. But the term that I used in the beginning of the video, black fatigue, is what white people are experiencing, right? So let's just watch this, and then I'll give my opinion after. Whatever. Let's just see what it is.
Well, Lily Gaddis, you posted a defense of Shiloh on X. It's been viewed 2.5 million times. Stand with Shiloh Hendricks.
Here's the thing. White people have been under attack for years. It's been systematic racism. As much as black people and people of color want to talk about systematic racism in the United States, it's quite the opposite. They get preferential treatment when it comes to getting a job, when it comes to getting into colleges. White people, on the other hand, have been getting attacked relentlessly. Look at 2016 and BLM and all the riots. We just had to sit back and watch people burn down our cities and do nothing about it. The way to fight back against essentially this anti-white hatred that's been systemically, ingrained in U.S. society is with white unity.
Sorry, just to be clear, this has got nothing to do with anything you've just said.
It's not about her. It's not about her. It's about
white people
coming together and supporting another white person. And it doesn't matter.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in the country.
No, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. Would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
I do, quite frequently.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away.
You just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist?
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendricks? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. And shame on you.
Well, shame on white people for allowing themselves to be systematically discriminated against in the United States. This is our country. This is a country that should be.
What do you mean your country? They've all just landed in America, invading your white country. Is that your position?
Mm-hmm. Well, they were brought here technically.
You retweeted Nick Fuentes, the white supremacist. You said black people just raised $500,000 for a cold-blooded killer who stabbed a white teenager to death. So I don't want to hear one word about the Shiloh Hendricks fundraiser. Either everyone gets to be tribal or nobody does. Why would you retweet that?
Why are Jewish people allowed to be tribal? Why are black people allowed to be tribal? But as soon as white people stand up for themselves, we're labeled a racist. And by the way, you call people racist when you want them to stop talking about things.
No, I called you a racist because you admitted you were racist.
Racism is just having a preference. I prefer not to live around black people. I prefer not to live in a country where white people in our country are disproportionately attacked by black people. Where in my country, you can have an Austin Metcalf where he asks a guy to leave and he gets stabbed in the heart. I prefer that. That's a preference. Now, what a real racist is, in my opinion, is seeing someone as less human. I'm a Christian. I believe everyone's created in God's image. So I don't see anyone as less human. But that doesn't mean I'm not allowed to have a preference and say, I don't like what happens to be coming out of this community or that community. How is that a bad thing? How is that not just a preference?
Because you've literally made black people sound lesser humans. You don't want to live around them. You want to use the N word in relation to them, a word that you know causes that community unbelievable offense.
Is that my fault? Is that my fault? If they have bad behavior, if they want to act in a certain way, if I have to cross the street and be afraid that maybe because of the crime statistics that are very real, by the way, is that my fault or is that their fault for having bad behavior?
You've had a bit of time to think about this. Is that how you want people to leave this panel debate, with thinking of you as a disgusting racist?
I don't really care what people think about me. As long as you care about what people think about you, you have no power and you lose your country. What I care about is freedom of speech. And if you're not allowed to say the most offensive things in this country, you do not have freedom of speech. I don't care what anybody says. So that's the main crux of this situation. That's what I care about with this situation. It is, we have lived for far too long in a country where you can have your life destroyed. And people say, oh, she doesn't need this money. Her life's destroyed, by the way. She'll never be able to get another job. She's got children to have to support. And I don't want to live in a country where you can say an inappropriate, rude thing, which, by the way, black people can say things to white people all the time and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly. And you will
well, go
not
on then,
have
say it. Say
you
the
will
M-
not have
Go on,
free
say,
speech.
go on. Say the M word. Go on.
I'm
No.
not
hang
Don't
on.
invite. No.
No.
I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Piers. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there.
Is that was a lot, right? So, some of the shit she said is right. Now, what is it? Preferences have been deemed racist when it comes from certain communities, right? I'm not too. Again, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and there's a lot of Jewish people there, and they have their own communities where you immediately are out of place when you get there. When you drive through, when you stop in, like you're immediately you're out of place. And I don't know that they're racist, but they do have a preference to stay together. And I don't know that people call them racist. But when you go to their communities, they stay with each other. They support one another, they back one another, like things that you would expect from a community. But like she was saying, I don't know that people call them racist. But anything that you say about them that they don't like, they deem racist, anti-Semitic, and things of that nature. Same with black people, right? Like, boy just wigged the fuck out because he didn't want her to say nigga. He wigged out, like he lost his shit because he didn't want her to say nigga. Right? But black people, like she said, they say a lot of racist shit. And they think that, I see so many times black people saying that they can't be racist. Are you fucking retarded? You gotta be fucking retarded to say that. Anyone can be racist. That's stupid. But this is what goes back to the whole black fatigue shit. You can't think that you're gonna do and say whatever the fuck you want And that's just what it's gonna be. That's fucking retarded. Now the problem that I see with with this whole situation, and not just this one, I mean in general with the whole racism, black fatigue, tribalism divide, like this shit been coming for a long time because the country has tried to overcorrect. And what I mean is they try to overcorrect slavery by putting black people in a consistent victim state. And it has hurt the black community because now everyone is victims and they believe that the only way to survive or to become successful is to do the wrong shit. And it's become so normalized that motherfuckers promote doing the wrong shit. Kill them, shoot them, blah, blah, blah. Killing each other and all this wild, dumb shit. Like, this is what I was saying, right? So when you portray yourself to be something, you can't be mad that people think of you in that light. What type of shit is that? How does that even work? That makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense. But white people are getting tired. And I don't fuck with the whole racism shit. But like she said, right? So I agree with that. Free speech. Free speech is being able to say offensive shit. You gotta live with what happens after. But free speech, there's nothing legally wrong with you saying whatever the fuck you're saying. But in a court of public opinion, you're gonna have to deal with whatever happens from that. And she was alluding to that with that lady never gonna work again or whatever the case is. Nah, she never gonna work again because y'all gave her $750,000 that I last saw. They donated $750,000 to her, somewhere around that number. That's wild. That's wild. And what I don't like about that is you're essentially saying, hey, be racist, we'll take care of everything else. Like, we'll take care of you. Just go ahead and be racist for the rest of us. Let's do this thing, right? But how could I not like that when black people did the same thing for this Carmelo guy? Now that situation is wild because he stabbed a kid. The reports are saying that the kid bullied him or whatever the case is. I don't know because it don't matter. Like, you crashing out like that is wild. So if you go to the other team 10 or whatever the fuck the situation was, you were looking for trouble. You were looking for trouble. And you went there with a knife, you stabbed him, you killed him. It's not self-defense when you went there looking for trouble. Self-defense would have been him coming into your tent and starting shit. Now, whether he touched you or not, you were in the wrong place. From what I read in the news videos that I saw, he went into the wrong shit and was chilling there. When they told him to leave, he didn't leave. So to me, it seemed like you were looking for trouble, and you did what the fuck you went there to do. Because there's no way you went there with a knife just to say hi. Whether he tried to push you out, whether he tried to rough you up, none of that shit mattered. Then you fight him. That's what they used to do when I was growing up. They used to fight. You may get jumped sometime, but it was knuckling up. Motherfuckers is wild. And this is what she was saying. Oh, well, if they could do that, then we could do it. Just growing that divide. Just growing the divide. And that's stupid because it's not going to serve anyone well. It's not going to serve anyone well. It's not. To me, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. Black community, y'all motherfuckers gotta take accountability for y'all bullshit, and That's just like the guy in Cincinnati. His son got killed by a police officer. That motherfucker crashed out, literally. He got in his car the next day, went and ran over a random cop that wasn't even a cop. It was a retired cop. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. People like, oh, again, white cop killed his son, so now he got to crash out. But where's that smoke for those 3 cops in Memphis that just got off? Those 3 black cops. I don't see no news reports, no nothing about it. The 3 cops that killed Tyree Nichols got off, and they shouldn't have. But I don't see no mass hysteria, mass nothing, because they're 3 black cops. It was 5 of them. 2 of them got time, and the other 3, the motherfuckers got out. They killed that boy. They beat that boy to death. 5 black cops beat a black man to death. 3 of them got out. I don't see no riots. I don't see no protests. Not saying that I want any of that shit, but I don't see it. But that's because it's not white cops. Shit pathetic. Stop making everything about race. Take accountability. Stop doing the wrong shit. And I don't know why people don't understand that things ain't gonna get better. The more violence that happens, the worse it's gonna get. It's just gonna be a cycle, because I don't know what the fuck Hinton was doing, but I don't know why he thought that killing a random guy in a uniform would help anything. Because essentially what you're saying is, I'm gonna take out a random person, and you expect that they're not gonna take out another black person or somebody in your family again, like, and then the cycle just gonna keep going. Same with the gang shit, like gangs warring forever. That's because they killed somebody 80 years ago, and then they had to get them, and then they had to get them back, and then they had to get them back twice, then they had to get them back thrice, and then it just, there we go. Shit don't make sense. It's fucking stupid. But everybody don't think logical. Shit don't make sense to everyone. That's obvious. So, yeah, man. Y'all motherfuckers be better, man. Y'all motherfuckers be better. Mark Lamont Hill, stop crashing out like that. That shit was weird. That shit was weird, bro. Like, that motherfucker lost his mind just now, bro. Let me see that shit one time, because that shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. Look at his face.
Unashamedly, and you will
Well, go
not
on then,
have
say
to,
it. Say
you
the
will
M.
not have
Go on,
free
say.
speech.
Go on, say the M word. Go on.
No,
hang
don't
on.
invite. No.
No.
I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and asking her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jew. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Piers. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's
Mark,
racist,
I hear you.
and I don't want to invite a racial...
Listen, man, one thing I'm going to say, man, like, one thing I'm going to say is this. It never pays to react emotionally, man. It never pays to react emotionally. Usually when that happens, you just get in trouble. Our prisons are full of people who reacted emotionally. Just food for thought. But I'm gonna check out, man. I appreciate everybody, man. God bless. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Don't be racist, man. Don't be racist. But also, let's grow the fuck up, man.